the man to stay. Does that get to stay on the radio?
I don't think. I would say I hope not. If this can't,
Okay.
Because then it's just it implies that the first song was taken off the radio because of the rape idea behind it all.
Sure.
But then it would putting the Zooey Deschanel one would be like, well, it's okay to rape a man.
Double standard. Okay. So last argument.
Yes.
I think it's fine because at the very end, together they sing that baby, it's cold outside. And I feel like they're like, okay, we're together on this. It is cold outside. I'll stay over.
Yeah, it's a playful song. I mean,
It is a very playful
they're
song.
singing about.
How many duets aren't playful?
Yeah, they're singing about it. Well, there's some duets, I'm sure.
I guess.
I don't know, rap duets.
Don't
I don't know
Go
if they
Breaking
call
My
it-
Heart. Very playful.
Yeah.
But no one's like taking Don't Go Breaking My Heart off the radio because, oh my God, someone might break their heart.
Yeah, I couldn't if I tried. I'm sure there's lyrics in that we could break down and be like, well, he's drugging her for sure. No, but this, I think it's like they're using the snowstorm outside as like a reason. It's like, oh, you know what? Because of the snowstorm, I'm going to stay here. We're going to, and we can use that as an excuse for why we have spent the night together. But I think they both want the same thing.
Yeah.
One is just a little more cool and collected, and the other one is just a little like, Bing Crosby is the cool one, obviously. Cool and collected. And then the woman is just a little afraid of what her family's going to think, what everyone's going to. I just don't think it's a bad song. I think you can definitely take most songs and break them down and say they mean something else. But, like, isn't there a song? Aren't most songs on the radio right now just about getting women drunk at clubs and then taking them home? But if they're only after you for your money, then you got to ditch them.
That's basically what My Humps was all about.
Yeah,
it was Fergie trying to get you drunk. And get you all up in my trunk or whatever it was.
Yeah. Okay. There's
if
so
we're
many.
gonna lose classics like My Humps, what kind of world are we living in anyway?
And I'm another argument on my side of things here, which I think for both.
Her
on the
lovely
same
Lady
side.
Lumps. Check it out.
Yeah, that's okay because it's a woman. If it was a male singing that, how he wants to get on to her lumps.
Yeah, her lovely Lady Lumps.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I don't know if it would fly, but this you can't just get over it for 1 month out of the year. It's
Just get over it for a month. Just get over it.
1 month out of the year. Just
we're just gonna let all this stuff
suspend
slide.
Your treacherous point of view. And just understand that this is not a song about rape unless you make it a song about rape.
I suppose so. Matthew, the end of the year always makes me think of a couple of things. End of the year coming up.
Did I come across terribly in that last segment?
No, I think you were fine.
I always worry.
I saw today the Apple iTunes released their 2018 best of list for podcasts, best podcast of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't click on it, but I'm sure we're on that list.
We've got to be. I mean, we have 6 star ratings.
We have only 5-star ratings is what you're telling me.
Yeah, 6 5-star ratings.
Okay. Only 5-star ratings.
Yes.
Perfect ratings on this podcast. If you as a listener would like to give us a Christmas gift, head over to iTunes, rate this podcast, give us 5 stars. And if you write a review, that's even better. That helps people find this podcast. That would be a nice little gift for you to give us at Christmas. Because year-round, we're giving you gifts of podcasts.
Yeah, little ear gifts. Gifts
Even
straight into
visual
your
gifts
canals. Oh, yeah.
on our Instagram account at Burger Edition. And you can check us out on Facebook too. Facebook.com/Burger Edition.
Anything else? Did you say Instagram already?
Yes, I did.
Spotify?
Yeah, we're on Spotify, baby. If you want to listen to us via Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, we're all over the place.
Yeah.
YouTube, I think we might still be up there.
It might be. I haven't been clicking the little link that shares it on YouTube because I figured you've been doing it, but
Oh well,
I feel like we're all over. You just Google it, click on a couple of links.
You'll find us at Burger Edition.
Yeah.
Matthew, it's the end of the year. During the holiday season, I lament being an adult. During the holiday season as a kid, you had 2 weeks off at least, sometimes more, depending on when your exams were, what have you. Yeah. You had so much time off during the holidays, a couple days off before Christmas, weeks off after Christmas to play your brand new video games.
Yeah.
I don't have that anymore as an adult, Matthew. I gotta
Video games?
squeeze in. Well, I have plenty of video games.
Oh,
I've been hoarding them almost, but
no time to play them.
but no time to play them, and that's the problem. As a child, it was the opposite.
Yeah.
I had no money to buy video games, but so I'd get like one at Christmas and one at my birthday.
Yeah.
2 a year, and then play the heck out of them during summer vacation and Christmas vacation.
Yeah. This is where space-time manipulation would really come in handy, because then your older version and your younger version could hang out in this limbo
in between,
and just, you got all the games, they've got all the time. Mold your minds together and just enjoy everything about the
Both?
time. Time and games, I guess.
Time and games. I
thought that was going to a better place, and it just kind of ended at time.
I got
and
a
games.
Spider-Man video game that I play for accidentally 6 hours straight, and then I look at the clock and go, "Oh no,
Yeah.
I should be sleeping." This happened again the other day. I went home after work. I started playing video games. I looked out the window. I said, "Oh no, the sun's rising. It's winter. That means it's very late in the morning."
Yeah.
If I just had the time of a child, where I could just blow 2 weeks on playing a video game, this Spider-Man game would be so done by now.
Yeah. It definitely would. But is that a good thing? Aren't you happy that it takes a little longer? Are you savoring it this way?
Not really. I'm savoring it as I'm playing it because I'm doing little side missions and stuff. But I would rather just be able to dedicate a week to just playing Spider-Man than 4 hours here, 5 hours there, and that's all I have this week.
I guess I understand how games are enjoyable, but I also see them as this kind of chores. They're tasks. It's work
Often.
to do.
There's
Someone
literally
has created something and then worked in reverse for you to have to beat all of its components. And now all you're doing is you're basically just solving a math problem.
Well, no. Most of it is a fun challenge. Sometimes there are little puzzles in there that I go, more of these little puzzles? This is kind of annoying.
Okay.
And some of them involve a little math. But there's literally a character in this game called the Taskmaster that Spider-Man quips that, "Oh, I get it. You're giving me tasks to do. That's kind of annoying." And I kind of agree.
Okay.
Half the tasks are fun. The other half are like, chase this drone around New York for a while, but do it fast.
Yeah.
Not that fun.
No. Well, it's just how I feel about everything, about paint by numbers, about crosswords, word searches, Sudokus, anything that is set up
Brain
for
teasers?
you to brain teasers, anything that's just set up for you to waste time on. Books.
What about a movie?
No, books and movies, because you get something out of that. And I guess people get different things out of different
exactly.
things.
You solve a crossword puzzle, you have some self-satisfaction. You may have learned a new thing or two.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it's just, are you treating it more as a game, or are you treating it as something like, I got to complete this so I can do the next thing I want to do?
No, I'm treating it as a pleasant pastime.
Oh, good.
Like watching a movie or whatever. I mean, some things in it are like, well, that's kind of a chore, but most of it is a pleasant pastime.
All right. So what do you have to do to get the time you need to play these games? Are you going to take vacation?
I've actually been considering that, like, maybe in January, February, I'll just take a staycation.
Yeah.
Just take a week or two off work and just stay at home. So I got to collect my vacation pay at some point. So let me just take a week off, get my vacation pay, or two, because I have 2 weeks coming up of vacation pay. Take 2 weeks off and just stay at home. Don't leave the apartment for 2 weeks. Have my March break that I would when I was a teen.
Try to relive those classic youthful moments.
Exactly. Just have food delivered and don't leave my apartment for 2 weeks and just catch up on my video games.
Didn't you leave? I think we talked about this on the podcast once, but didn't you leave the house like just out onto your driveway for a moment, and Tito, our friend of the show, Tito, beat you with a bagged chicken?
Yeah, well,
And then you went back
for
inside?
just a moment. No. I was sent out to go buy chicken for the family. And then came back.
Oh yeah, Tito didn't beat you. You beat him, but then you slipped, and then he just gave you a snow job.
Yeah, I think he pulled up in his van,
Yeah.
like as an attack, like I was about to be kidnapped, and jumped out, and I started swinging a cooked chicken at him in defense.
You get back home, and you got a black eye, and you're just full of snow. You're red faced. You're sweating. The chicken's in pieces. And your father's like, "What happens?" Like, "Don't send me out. This is what happens. I was supposed to stay
This is why
in."
I stay at home all week.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, yeah, you did take a weekend off just last year, right? For Super Mario Weekend?
Super Mario Weekend, yeah, that was just last year. Yeah, I took a weekend off. I think I gave myself a 4-day weekend so I could just stay at home and play video games. That was a successful 4-day video game weekend.
All right, turn it into 2 weeks now. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens to your body after
Play a
2
lot
weeks.
more video games. All right, Matthew, let's get back into this burger.
Okay.
Decarie Hot Dogs, cheeseburger. We both ordered one. I, in fact, ordered 2.
You did.
Because after I finished my first one and my poutine, I just wasn't satisfied. And it was in part because we each got our... how did you get your cheeseburger dressed?
I said ketchup, mustard, onions.
Okay. And I got the all-dressed, quote-unquote, cheeseburger, which is not unlike a hot dog, where it was mustard, onions, and coleslaw.
Yes.
I guess a lot of places all-dressed will do relish as well. I don't think we got relish on either our hot dog or our burger.
No.
Oh, I guess you didn't because you didn't ask for any.
Yeah.
Which makes for kind of a plain burger.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it though. And then on my second burger, I asked to add also lettuce and tomato. Matthew, share your thoughts on your first burger.
I do want to point out on when you asked for the second burger, are you going to bring this up later about how the cook lied to you or made a mistake on your first burger?
I see. The thing is, not actually. When I got my first burger, that was a cheeseburger, and I asked for all dressed. I got coleslaw, onion, and mustard.
Yes,
that is all dressed. On the menu, there was a hamburger with lettuce. It said all dressed with tomato was a different option. I didn't realize all dressed with tomato was a different option than all dressed.
Okay.
And so I asked for lettuce and tomato specifically on my second cheeseburger.
Yes.
And his reaction was sort of like, all right.
Well, no, he specifically said, like, and I don't know if it was to you or it was to himself.
That's how you want it.
But it was, all dress comes with a tomato.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. And then I was waiting for you to kind of mutter something or say something back to him because I thought that might be the thing that you would do.
Oh, interesting.
Because you were like, all dressed, but with lettuce and tomato.
Yeah.
And he's like, all dress comes with a tomato.
Oh,
and then went off to go do his stuff.
Because my first burger didn't have a tomato.
Yeah, and I thought you were going to say like, okay, well, I thought it was interesting because my first burger did not have a tomato.
Oh,
and then that never happened. So I was like, you didn't realize the silence that fell over the place.
Oh, not really. I thought he was like, fine, whatever. The
heard flies his tone, stopped buzzing. Everybody was just looking at you to see, how's he going to react?
Anyway, I guess I didn't realize what he said.
Yeah. So you want to know how I felt about the burger?
How did you feel about that burger?
I felt that I'm trying to be kind here.
Did you touch the bun?
I did touch the bun. It was greasy. I mean, there were definitely the crust had been broken. The indentations of the cook's thumb. When you picked it up and put it down on our plate.
Okay.
Had broken the smoothness of the top of the bun. Much like at a barbecue where you're not using a spatula and you're using your hands, you're just your big old claws to grab at it and stick it down on a plate.
It's a greasy spoon. He's a prep cook. Like it's or a line cook, I guess. Like that seems.
That's fine. That's fine. I know. I'm just finding problems with it. But what I did notice, for all intents and purposes, it was a very simple burger. It was just a cheese. You could definitely taste just a slice of American Kraft single, whatever. And the condiments were very simple. But what I found very interesting is the meat. The meat was slightly pink inside. Mm-hmm. It was like medium.
Only ever so slightly.
But more than a lot of higher end places will give you.
Mm-hmm.
And this place I felt was in no position to be offering me undercooked meat, because I doubt that they grinded that meat in the back of the house. And
you don't know it.
I severely doubt it. I don't think
maybe
they had the room.
Someone gets there 2 hours early at the beginning of the day and just grinds meat.
It's like, it's not even the namesake of our restaurant, but we're going to put such care into this ground beef.
Is it that much care, or is it just cheaper to do it that way?
I feel like it's cheaper to do it in the way where they do not freshly grind the meat every day, because that's got to take time and money.
I'm sure just the meat guy comes every day. How much do you need today? This much or that much. And then grind it up, make the patties, done.
I guess I'm unclear about what is the cheaper option, because sometimes you go to a more expensive place and they tell you, no, we can't do the meat that way because it's hazardous to your health.
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. I don't know, because like if I make a burger at home, I'm using beef that's been ground and sitting in a grocery store for maybe a day, maybe 4 days. I don't know.
But that way, when you do that, you are not supposed to make it pink.
Is that so?
Yeah, because it's been ground previously to you using it. You need to do it right away.